Good morning, good evening and good afternoon, wherever you may be listening. It's been a while, but we're back with another football podcast. Been a bit busy, Paul's been a bit busy, but we've had Man United have had some very exciting times, so I'll let Paul take the lead on this one.
Yeah, so we have got Michael Carrick in charge now for the end of the season. And I tell you what, mate, it's his job to lose. It really is. He's doing a good job, and I think I did predict last show. I said, even this was before we'd even played a game. I said if he does well, he'll get it, and that is the plan. And I would say that the problem is that with the World Cup coming round, he is the most sensible choice because you've got too many managers who wouldn't be able to start until about August time, which is no good. You don't want that. You want to have the full pre-season, the squad settled. They seem to like him, and I think unless he has an absolute disaster, he will get the job full time.
Yeah, I think he deserves it, but problem is what the fans want. Man United don't seem to do that, do they? But it's like you got the Ollie factor back that we spoke about last time, and with him being back. No, someone understands Man United. I think he's done really good for you. But what I forgot to mention actually in the last podcast, even though Ruben wasn't playing, but he still had you in the European spot. So
it wasn't as bad as what people were making out, and the metrics were all up. So we were third for attacking stats. As you say, we were still in the European places. I mean, the fact that we're fourth. Well, Carrick's played 5 games and done really well, but Amorim's played the others. Do you know what I mean? And we've only lost 5 games all season. The problem we've had is drawing too many stupid games, like drawing to Burnley, drawing to Tottenham, drawing against Forest, drawing against Wolves. That was stupid as well. I think that might have been Fletcher.
That's when he changed it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
If I remember rightly, that's when Ruben changed it back to what he was doing.
It was a 4 against Newcastle, then he changed it back to the 5.
And that's what cost you. Yeah. So it just goes to show logic. And it's the same with Thomas Frank, who's just been sacked from that club. Quite frankly, I think every non-Spurs fan thinks he should have stayed in the job. and because there'd be nothing more than enjoyable to see you lot get relegated. But he didn't change things.
No.
Now, you look at Nuno, what he's done at West Ham, he's changed it to a 4-4-2, and look at them. And quite frankly, they should have beat Chelsea, and they come out they had us on the back rope, and he done a Gareth Southgate and went safe, and he brought us back into the game.
And I tell you what, they should have beat Man United on Monday night as well. We were very lucky. They should have been 2-0 up. Callum Wilson had squared that ball instead of had a shot, then we would be looking at a 2-0 defeat. We would have never got back into that game, and we didn't deserve to, because we were. I'm praising Carrick at the start, but we were poor in that game, really poor. But I'm delighted that they showed a lot of heart and a lot of fight to get back into it and get the late equaliser.
I think West Ham's always been Man United's bogey team.
Yeah, even under
that one
Ceramics,
team, and they always seem to have your number. Yeah. Well, we'll go on to the VAR in a minute, but I was going to talk about Liam Rosenior, however you want. Rosenior, yes. I'm crap with names, as you all know. Now, I thought nothing had changed since Maresca, and I'm glad I didn't do this short, because I was going to do a short about it, but I'm glad I didn't, because the more I watch Chelsea now, the football is so much more better. The passing. Palmer and Pedro against Leeds. I mean, I only watched the first half. I didn't watch the second half. I'll get to that in a minute. The movement, the play, and the passing was so much better. That final bit, we're struggling a bit there, but I do agree with what Paul Merson said. We went into that semi-final Arsenal and we didn't start our best players. And it has come to light. Palmer is being nursed back, but why are you leaving Esteval on the bench? I think something happened to him, but that's a game we didn't look. That's the only game I think since he's come in where we were too safe, and we should have been going out and winning. Paul Merson said it too, and sorry, I thought that was going blurry. But the football is I'm starting to. It was a 1-touch, 2-touch football, bang pass, and Santos is coming really good. And Steve McManaman, I believe it's Steve McManaman was commentating. It sounded like him. Even he was saying that he's a silent better player than Casado. That is a strong.
That's a very
and
strong
he is
statement.
good, but it was that same thing. Chemapong, I love you. I think you're a good player, but what are you doing? Just kick it out away. You invited that goal on, but the football's better. But our defending's still crap, and Sanchez is still a hit and miss. Although he is better this season, and I think but he's a shot stopper, and that's it. But we'll see what happens. But considering what Liam, what's his name again? Rosenior. I always thought it was Rosner. Liam Rosenior. I think he's up against it with the owners, obviously because of their transfer strategy. But he certainly looked like we're going to be playing better football. I forgot what I was going to say there, but the only other thing is I think the overload is one of them overloads tactics. I think football is a very simple.
Oh, he's
game
too complicated. Oh, right, okay. I was
going
to say.
But you see him writing notes. But he's a tactician. But for me, I just think football is a simple game to play.
Yeah.
Pressure on the player to the ball in front, go to that player when you're defending, and bang, knock it around faster like we are, and get it up there and score. But it's nice to see the wingers getting used more in this formation too, because I think that is a dead position these days.
Well, you've got loads of wingers.
So
you should.
I know we're going to sign more probably.
Yeah.
Garnacho, eat and go Italy, go Spain. Go somewhere else because you ain't cut for the Premier League, mate.
I told you all about him.
I didn't even want to tell you, didn't I? I said it to everyone.
Yeah, I told everyone about Garnacho.
No one wanted him. I don't know. Because it's that flash, you can imagine the Yankees saying, Garnacho!
Yeah.
That's my impression of him. And he's like a massive. But he ain't, he's crap.
He's got. There's sometimes you look at him and you think, do you know what? There's something there, but it's one game out of 6 or 7. And like you say, he's not got it for that. He's not quick enough for the Premier League. He hasn't got the upper body strength. He's not strong enough. He hasn't got the power. He's not a bad. If he takes a long shot, sometimes that will fizz into the top corner. But again, you could say that about any player.
Yeah.
So,
he's got a massive head, though. I'll tell you that.
He's a nightmare, mate. He's a nightmare.
No, I meant like his head. He's generally big.
But he is actually metaphorically as well. He's got a big head as well. He's really his ego needs to be checked. So
when me and the boy went to see it, Chelsea Charlton, and he's really short, and I just remember thinking that head is massive, which tends to be that you've got a big brain. Well, where's your footballing brain? Because you haven't got one, mate.
No,
and he looks lost.
His decision making has always been suspect. He is only 21, so that might improve with experience. But the problem is again, he's lacking the physical attributes to make it. If you haven't got the physical attributes like Eriksen, you need to be a really good footballer with a good brain as well. Do you know what I mean? Christian Eriksen I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly.
Get aggressive. Look, Ronaldo, powerhouse. Look at Messi. Messi was sitting fast. But one thing I will say, he does make some good moves, Garnacho.
Yeah, he is good at that. Like he will get himself.
Footballing brains there for that, but
he will get himself into the right positions.
Yeah.
He just won't when he gets in.
He'll miss the ball.
Yeah, he makes the wrong choice.
Yeah, and I'd really like to see. I mean, he was getting booed, but I'd like to see Gittins. I think Gittins will flourish in this, because when we watched him against Charlton, he looked like he weren't allowed to run with the ball. He's like, and he just lost, and that's his main asset. Madueke. I think Madueke would be absolutely flourishing under Liam. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce his second name. I forgot it already. But yeah, so
you're pleased with him so far?
Yeah, do you know what? I thought, I ain't seen not much change since Maresca, but as time's going on, and we've got a big game against Hull. Big game.
No, it's a big game.
Return, should I say? I believe he played for him, and he was their manager, and he got them into the playoffs, and hadn't been there for a while. I didn't think he was good enough, and got rid of him.
He wasn't a bad player, actually, Rosenior. He wasn't a world beater, but I think he was a fullback, and he was solid, if not spectacular. So he didn't have a bad career as a professional. Funny enough, I only know who he is because I got him once on Football Manager. He was brilliant. He was outstanding as a right. He was one of them ones where it was one of those games where he just got lucky and he developed into a really, really good player. And it's like one game out of 100 you play and he randomly just got really good.
Yeah. I think he was championship level.
Yeah, he did play in the Prem for a bit, I think, but again, he was. I
think it might have been Swansea. I know he played for Bristol City. Might have been Hull.
He might have played for Brighton as well. Actually. I'm sure he played for Brighton. I'm not sure if he was in the Premier League,
but you don't have to play top class football. Sean Dyche,
Mourinho,
Arsenal and Mourinho. Yeah, that's what I was going to get to straight. You're right. Yeah, they didn't even play any level of football.
No.
But, there's talk Mourinho could be going back to Real Madrid too, isn't there?
Oh, really?
Rumours fishing around, yeah.
He won't. I don't think they. I know they announced. I think it's at Arbeloa as their number. I thought he was just an interim, but he was announced as the head coach.
I thought it's to the end of the season, isn't it?
I don't know. I didn't realise. Yeah. I mean, I think it is. I don't know if they've announced it, but it basically is. He's basically an interim.
They was hoping to do what they've done with Sedan.
Yeah.
And it ain't going to happen because
no.
I don't know if we spoke about. I think we did, because I think Alonso's just been sacked during that time, and Mbappe's attitude and Mourinho wasn't part of any of that.
No.
But then what Mourinho's smart because look what he done with Eden Hazard. He said he knew he weren't going to get back. He knew he was lazy and he weren't going to get back, and that. He's the most frustrating player because when you watch him dazzle for Chelsea, and I think we spoke about it before, but then I knew he'd be when he went to Real Madrid, he wouldn't be good, and he could have been up there with Messi and Ronaldo all day long.
He's got the
same
had
ability,
but
he's just too lazy to use it. And Mourinho said to Terry and all that, and it's like, and all the other players, that he's going to be our match winner. So he might go in and do that with Mbappe, but I think what Mourinho will say, listen, I'm in charge, son. Shut up.
Yeah.
It's not Alex Ferguson and Cantona. Like they just knew how to work with players, and they knew what. And there's a story. I don't know if I've ever said it on here, but it's well known. It's all over YouTube and Instagram and all. John Terry said that he went to Cahill and Terry and said, "Do you not think I can go out and get a centre back because I can?" And John Terry and Cahill like, "What?" So they started going in and smashing people, and he went and showed what they're about, and he went, "That's why you're my two best centre backs."
Yeah,
and he just knew how to get in their minds. But anyway, I'd like to see him do good at another club, Mourinho. I love Mourinho, good. And I felt sorry for him when he got sacked from Chelsea the second time because it was them players.
And I didn't want him sacked from Man United, to be honest, when we sacked him, because I thought the players and the owners had let him down. And to be honest, the ones that he said to get rid of, he was kind of right.
Pogba,
he said Pogba, Martial. Martial's a good footballer, but just hasn't got the mentality. And Luke Shaw, another one, was a good footballer, but he hasn't got the mentality. So he was correct. The ones
I think
that
he's come good for you though. If you can keep him.
Oh yeah, if he's fit, but it's just he does have bozo moments. Do you know what I mean? He does have those points where you think, oh God. And the other thing is, he's been with us for like 12 years and he's won hardly anything. So it's just, it's time to go.
Southampton, right? When he was young, you got him from, if I remember right. Weren't he around about just after Gareth Bale, weren't it? I think, when he started flourishing. Yeah. He was the next one after Gareth Bale, weren't he? So this is a question for those who listen, and you've got to give us this one in the comments. And I was going to ask Paul the questions. What's your thoughts on Cucurella? The Chelsea left back.
He's quality. I think he is quality. I know.
Wouldn't you want to punch him over his playing against him?
He's like, as an opposition fan, but he is. But I do rate him, and I remember when I can't remember who your manager was, but you had someone. It might have been Potter actually. Who didn't rate him, and we were going to get him on loan.
Yeah, he would because he was crap then.
Yeah, and he was.
I think it was Poch actually.
Poch, that's it. Yeah. He was in poor form.
He brought him on, but Potter's the one you're on about.
Yeah, he was in poor form under Poch, I think. And
no, he was good for Poch.
Oh right,
no,
he
started coming good.
That's
so
it.
He was the Potter when he first come to Chelsea.
He was in poor form, and actually, because he came to Chelsea from Brighton, where Potter was manager, wasn't he? That's right. Yeah, that's it. So anyway, and I remember when we were going to take him on loan because we needed a left back. We had Shaw and Malacia were both out, And I said, get him because he's quality. He's just in poor form, but there's a player in there. And we didn't want to pay his wages for a whole season. Going back to the owners of Man United again, didn't want to spend some money. And we ended up getting Reguilon instead, who was good, but we sent him back in January because from Tottenham. We got Sergio Reguilon from Tottenham.
Oh, yeah, I think I remember that now, yeah.
And he was all right for us, and he was playing well, and then we only wanted him for half a season so we could save the money, and then we put Amrabat at left back again. And you just think, yeah, but I would have loved Cucurella at Man United. Yes. I think he's a good player.
I'd say this is all that silly little... I mean, I know, but it wins and this and that, but if he didn't play for Chelsea, I wouldn't be able to stand him. But it's like Ronaldo. But you got to respect how good of a player, like you said, he is. But so he was Poch. He started coming good.
Right, yeah.
It was Tuchel who signed him.
Right.
Because the season before, he absolutely tore us apart when we played him. And Ben Chilwell was sort of hit and miss of injuries all the time. Ben Chilwell was a cracking player, and to keep him out, it was just he's very injury prone, bit like Shaw really. So but the difference is you've got consistency with Ben Chilwell.
Yeah, he is good.
And and so he come good under Poch. So that's why I wanted to ask that question, because I know there's plenty of people out. I mean, the one thing he did do seriously wrong is upset Haaland when he sung that song, didn't he? Haaland just put him on his backside and went, see you later. That was very silly. But I mean, I think he's very, and he gets a lot of goals. I think at one point he was the only one scoring for us under Maresca.
Yeah. I thought he was quality for Spain in the Euros as well. I thought he had a brilliant tournament. The last international tournament we had in Spain won it. I thought he was absolutely quality. So he's a good player.
Take that drama crap away. And,
I know you get that other side with him, but he is a good footballer. He is a good player.
Talking to Thomas Tuchel, he's just signed a new 2-year extension.
And this is what I mean. Like everyone was saying, do you know what? When we were looking at new managers and that, and said, "Oh, we'll wait till the summer. There's loads of managers available." Thing is, there's a lot of them who are being ruled out now, like Tuchel. You know, if you're a club and you're thinking, oh yeah, well, you know, there's going to be loads to pick from. Well, there might only be 3 or 4 because Tuchel signed a new deal. You've got Enrique. He probably will stay at PSG. He
got that one, and he's just left Marseille, isn't he?
De Zerbi, He'll probably get the Tottenham job.
No, actually, it's just. They've signed the old Juventus manager.
Oh, have they? Didn't see that.
Yeah, no, I got told on the way here.
Oh, right.
Friend, yeah, so...
not Allegri, is it?
I thought it was going to be him, but
it's only till the end of the season. In
charge
charge of Milan, actually, Allegri.
Or Tudor.
Tudor, yeah.
Yeah, they've signed him.
Interesting.
I don't care who's gaining that job, you ain't doing well. And there's a good, actually, Ange, who was on the
saw that.
I see a little clip of what he said, and he goes, you know, I can't remember what he said they have up and that, but he said
they're not a big club.
No. Yeah. I mean, personally, Thomas Frank should have kept that job. But in all seriousness, he's I've always said all that already, haven't we? But again, same as Forest. Like Sean Dyche, you know, they didn't win games for it, and they weren't scoring, and they had 30 odd shots, and he's been sacked, and that's 4 managers in one season.
I know, it's nuts, isn't it? Because I forgot.
And then, do you know who they signed? All this talk of, not if it's been confirmed, but is that Wolves manager has been sacked?
Coutinho, wasn't it? Yeah, the one who got sacked earlier in the season.
He got sacked from Wolves because he didn't have a clue what he was doing there.
Yeah, well, I think the owner probably, unfortunately, deserves to get relegated. You know, I don't want to say that about another team, but it's just the way he's running it. It's just, it's not.
I mean, he invests as well, but I think he's too much. You know, and you got rid of a good manager. And bearing in mind that manager's brought in players in, and then, you know, Ange shouldn't have gone there. I mean, I think Ange needs to go to another club to see what he can do.
How can you go from Nuno and his players and that setup, right? Those types of players to Ange. It's completely different style. Then to Dyche, so you're back to what you had before. Yeah. And now you're getting Vitinha, who is a completely different style to that. It's like, it's not going to work, is it?
And I think with Forest, it's the same with Newcastle, and you could say us to an extent, and Man United, that it's the signings that you pay good money for just isn't working. I mean, Elanga, I was surprised to me, he ain't hit the road running, and that Weasel from Brighton who went to Newcastle isn't hit the road running. But I thought that Walter Media, the striker, the German, I thought he was doing really good for him. Apparently he's getting some criticism now.
Really? He was scoring quite a lot of goals.
Yeah, I like the look of him. I thought, I'd have a bit of that, he's like he's as big as Haaland and he's strong, and I'm not saying he's nowhere near as goal scorer as Haaland, the best striker in the world at the moment, as far as I'm concerned. But and that's Newcastle's problem, and the thing is, you're paying big money for these players, and they're just not cutting it in the Premier League.
There's not that many.
Newcastle bought established Premier League players, and they ain't cutting it.
Yeah, I think the problem is that. We keep saying this, but footballers aren't as good these days as what they were 20 odd years ago. You pay good money for someone and you get a quality player, a quality footballer, but now you're basically paying for an athlete who's got probably average to half you know what I mean, like sort of okay, decent football skills, but they're not like world beaters. You're not getting like a Ronaldinho anymore, or even some of the ones from the past who were really, really good players. So, and transfer fees have become inflated. So you're paying, you have to pay 60, 70 million quid, 100 million quid just to get someone who's like quite good. It's just, and they're just not. And they're not cutting it in the Premier League because you've got to be an athlete. And it's like FIFA. It's disappointing.
It's like on FIFA, isn't it? When you selling a player for shooting amounts that ain't even that good. But, but what I was going to say, Ronaldo, for instance, right? He's on $500,000 a day, right? He's a day, $500,000 a day, and he's on strike over there because Benzema went to the other team and they didn't bring him. And basically, I think they said, "Well, just all our money's going on you, son." And they got a buyout clause in his contract. Bearing in mind he's 41 or 42.
He's 41. No, he's just turned 41. Because his birthday's at the start. I saw it all on Twitter the other day. And everyone was going, "Happy birthday, Ronaldo," and everything. So he has just turned 41. And
they want 40 million for him. 40 million for Ronaldo to come back to European football.
For 40
that's for Ronaldo. So what's that, mate? Messi, 80 million. Because he's younger.
I don't think he could do it in.
No, they're talking he wants to come back to Premier League. Oh, I mean, maybe I don't think anyone would really want him. Maybe in the Portuguese league they're having.
He could probably go back to Sporting. To be fair,
but I don't think they got 40 million to pay on him.
No, I can't believe he's on strike. That's crazy stuff.
Yeah, I think he's come. Yeah, because they didn't sign anyone. But then everyone's like, "Well, because you're on $500,000 a day, mate."
The other thing is I mean, $500,000 a day is a lot of money, particularly when I don't think you pay tax over there. As a foreigner, he'd still be paying really a low rate, because I think if you, I know he's not in Dubai.
They'll find a way around it.
But if you went to Dubai, I think your tax rate's like 5% or something like that. If you're a foreigner, the nationals don't pay any tax, and I think Saudi's probably quite similar, where there's not. That's why a lot of them are going over, because they're getting big money and a low tax rate, so their take-home pay is insane.
I mean, Benzema's on near on 2 million a week over there.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
I do like Benzema. I think
he's quality.
He did definitely come good. But I think when you look at players like Ronaldo and him that was on good money, did you really need that money over there? I mean, Ivan Toney, you can see, and he deserves that pay. He was on less than some of the. I think he was only on
20 a week, let's say.
I mean, don't get me wrong. To the average Joe like us, 20 grand a week. Well, I bet you'd do that for a gig a week, wouldn't you?
You would. Oh, mate, absolutely. But it's not in terms of comparisons.
For a footballer, so you can see why people like him have gone out there and earned that money. Well, because they need. It's Benzema. Do you really need?
Yeah.
And Ronaldo, especially Ronaldo, who's a billionaire. Do you really need $500,000 a day, mate? I mean, I know you do a lot for charity, and I mean, I always have the argument. You get the football fan that doesn't like football, and the non-football fan who thinks we're all overpaid and all that. I've had many debates with F1 fans, and I'm thinking, well, look what they're on. And their way of saying is, well, if they crash, that's their career over, or they die. And I said, well, one, they don't need the money if they're dead, do they? It's horrible as that is, but they don't. And then that go down well on YouTube. And two, it's the same as a footballer and any sports person. When they retire, they've got nothing after anyway if they get retired because of injury, right? And they moan about, but then at the end of the day, my other argument always with them is you telling me that your boss goes, yeah, 350 grand a week. You're going to turn that down? No, so don't.
You're not going to do that. You're not going to go, oh no, mate. To be honest, I don't really believe in it. I'm only worth 150. You're going to take it. You are going to take that for sure. If someone offered you 350 grand a week to do anything that's legal, you would do it. So yeah, you would absolutely take that. Yeah. And also, it sets you. It's not just because obviously, like you touched on with when they retire young and they haven't got anything afterwards. Now, back in the day, so. My dad can still remember when Frank Lampard Senior retired from West Ham, and he was running a pub because they didn't make enough money from being a footballer. They earned the same as just a normal job. You know, they would earn the same as pretty much the blokes probably who were, I mean, maybe a little bit more, but who were in a factory.
Yeah,
they it was a working class trade.
They were on a few, obviously good pay.
Obviously, it was, but it weren't enough to live off of once they retired. So now these guys can make. Not just set themselves up for life, but they're setting up their future generations.
Yeah,
their future, their kids up for life and everything, and giving them a great life. So I can understand it. Absolutely, can understand people trying to get as much money as they possibly can.
Like I say, likes of Ronaldo and Benzema are well comfortable after being serious contracts around Madrid. You don't need that money. Come
on, that's insane.
Benzema didn't try? Didn't he get kicked out of the French team?
He did.
Him and Ribery, what was it? I can't think of the word. Tried getting money out of him, didn't I? I can't think of the word.
Was it a betting thing or something? Or was it?
I'm not sure. It's something about what they done because they written.
Yeah, because they would never
Ribery done something with an underage girl or something. I think.
Yeah, that's right.
Tried scamming it. Yeah. That's why he never got in the French team again, and he should have been really because he was good.
Yeah,
and just thinking they could have won with him in the team, but I think he's a bit of a that swearing. He ain't a nice guy.
But that paves the way for Giroud. He's a record goal scorer for France.
Giroud, he done well. Like, he wouldn't get you loads and loads of goals, but you know, it's what he could do off the ball too. What he could do, which was good, and he done well for Chelsea.
No, he's a good player.
He's made a nice change for Chelsea side and Arsenal players instead of the Chelsea side. Arsenal side and Chelsea players, or AC Milan, they love a Chelsea player too.
Yeah.
But so I was going to talk about VAR. I said at the start I'll do a better short on this, but I think I'm going to call this show Let's Talk Football again because we've talked a lot more about football. But in the comments, I think we've done this. What's your views on VAR? Now, what's your views on it, Paul?
Hate it. That's it.
Yeah.
Just the wrap up there. I hate it. I wish it had never been introduced, and I think it does more wrong for the game than good. I'd rather I don't mind goal line technology because it's either it went over the line or it's factual. You can't dispute it because the players will go running up to the referee and he's like, look, my watch is going, it's vibrating, it went over the line. Go away.
You see the replay,
and it went over the line, and it either did or it didn't.
Yeah.
So, but with VAR, you've got another referee who's got stupid ideas, who is making a decision that, do you know what I mean? That it's just, it doesn't make sense. And I hate the offside thing where they draw the line. I mean, we had this the other night against West Ham.
Casemiro,
it was like his knee is fractionally offside. Although if that was City, they would give that.
City.
Because it's like, oh no, that's borderline, we'll give that to them, or Liverpool or something like that. We've had the most VAR decisions ruled out against us, by the way, for marginal offsides than any other team. But and I'm not saying that because of that. I just hate the fact that we have to
not
sit
being
there.
Biased or anything.
Yeah, I just hate the fact we have to sit there for like minutes while they come to a stupid conclusion. It's actually, to be fair, it's better in the Champions League because they do it very quickly and they clear it. But the Premier League are useless at it and they need to get rid of it.
and this is the other thing. So players are basically now playing a quarter of near on extra time, or a first half of extra time.
Yeah, it's like going up
every
extra 10 minutes.
Doing this.
Yeah.
And it's getting, and this is what they're getting, and this Club World Cup and that. So on top of that Club World Cup, you've got the VAR out there, and it's damaged Palmer this season. You know, he's struggled, and lots of players too have burnt out. But that's my view on VAR, because I think it's helped England out a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
And it does help you out. But I think there should be a time cap on it. If you can't make a decision in a minute or less than a minute, bam, done.
It's done.
Don't keep... Because the more you look at something, the more you're going to see it.
Yeah.
Just make a decision, bam, done. One, it will save the players and the energy levels. And they're at the energy levels. It might even get you a winner at the end.
Yeah.
I think that... and Dan Clemo, my mate, he thinks they should be disciplined. Now, I think the police... the referees are like the police. You know, they'll commit something, but they're never going to get done for it because they have to. They can't be seen to. Because
there should be some sort of punishment for getting it wrong, like there is in every job, by the way. There's some kind of comeuppance. So
exactly. If I went and made a bad decision, if I work for a company, I'm getting sacked.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? But then I'll just go down the woke well.
Well, you get a warning though, wouldn't you? If it was like poor performance, you'd get a warning.
So and I think and don't get all this pressure. But we all cried for it, and we all wanted it. So I think we need to accept VAR. But I do think they need to stop all this sitting around for 2-3 minutes. Because the players are stood around and just, if you can't make a decision in less than a minute, 30-second cap, bam, or even with a minute too much to get added on, or cut the adding on time to, cut it down. I don't know if they do it already, but I think they need to make, if they can't make a decision, say, roll it out, bam, done, move on, shut your mouth. And the coaches can't moan about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you've moaned about how long it's taking, well, don't moan about it, you shut up and put up, because we all cried for it and wanted it. And I think that's what she done. But because we want it like that, it ain't going to happen.
Or even that you do it like to bring it up, the Baller League, they were allowed to challenge, and you're allowed to, the coaches go, I want a VAR review for that. Do you know what I mean? And you're allowed 3 per game.
And the ref goes straight over it and has a look.
Yeah.
I'm up for that. These people were sitting there, they're just as bad as him. Just remember you used to have that idiot stand behind the goal with that stick.
Oh, yeah.
They were pointless having him anyway because they never made any decisions.
I've completely forgotten about that.
Mate, I'll never forget about it because I just couldn't believe what was the point of having them, and that's the people sitting in that room in VAR.
Do you know what? So for me, the worst thing about it is that now, pretty much every time my team scores a goal, I don't celebrate because I think it's probably going to be ruled out, and I'm fed up with that because before you would go and the linesman would put his flag up straight away, and you go and you go yes, and you scored, and it's like, oh, it's offside. I can live with that, but to have to celebrate a whole a goal and then 2.5 minutes later be told it's been ruled out, and suddenly it's like it's absolutely sucked the joy out of football for me.
Sorry, Paul. Yeah. I believe Gary Neville said that has sucked the life out of it.
Yeah, it's awful.
So maybe get rid of it, but then we all wanted it. But what? But I just think it's silly, and I think, and that's it. This offside thing, right? So what is the point of the linesman? Right, he's clearly offside, and he makes a run, has a shot, scores a goal, and then the flag goes up.
Yes.
What is the point of that?
Yeah.
Whoever made that rule? And the thing is, FA people are just people that have never played football, never probably watched football, don't understand football, are sitting in an office, have got to earn their wage, and that is the person that made that stupid decision. And you're thinking, well, what's the point? If he's offside, bang, up go, ref looks over, blow the whistle, done. And then you move on and view. Don't wait for him to run and have a shot and then go, what is the point of it?
And the other thing is that how much energy is that taking out of the player who's had to run all the way through on goal,
Never
put it in
that,
the top corner, and suddenly they could have just been told, oh no wait, you're offside, and he stops in his tracks.
Running around with his shirt in the air, getting a yellow card for it. And turns out he's offside too.
Yeah, I hate it. I can't stand it.
It's getting silly, and I think like I say, I think it's people sitting in an office trying to earn their wage basically, and you're making stupid decisions. VAR out
in things that are. Well, in human activities, you got humans playing sports and everything. There's going to be human error, and you just have to accept it. That's the beauty of being. That's the beauty of what we do. That's why we love sports and music and arts and everything, because there are errors and faults in it. It's not going to be perfect. You will get hard done by, but they did prove that the decisions will even themselves out over the course of a season. You will get a crap one go against you, but you will get one where you think, oh, we got away with that, to be honest. So
yeah, and then I mean that, again, that's messing with the referee, too, isn't it? Because he's thinking, well, I've messed up. But yeah, no, I mean, sorry, I said VAR out. I mean, I think, like I said.
Needs
review. Yeah, it needs to be nipped in the bud and have a time limit. Yeah. And I think that was it. So I think that's that rank coming to an end on that one for me, and the good talk about football. So yeah, so there's a couple of things you want to. Cucurella, what do people think of him? Let us know in the comments.
New managers.
Yeah, do you think they should? Managers that are struggling should find something that works. That's a good one, Paul. Well done on that one. And thirdly, the famous VAR debate. Let us know what you think. And so, so that's been another show on the Sports, Music and Life podcast. So thank you for listening to me and Paul. And we will bring you another one very soon.